Congratulations!
Thank you, sir.
2,000
episodes.
Hello everybody, welcome back to JRE in a Nutshell, the only show online where we give you timestamps and the subjects of the Joe Rogan Experience interviews. This week we have an amazing 3 interviews. They're pretty chill. We have Gabriel Iglesias, the comedian, and we have a bare knuckle fighter. Pretty interesting. I never heard about like deeply. I knew what it is, but never heard deeply about it. And we have Duncan Trussell. All of the conversations with Duncan Trussell are fucking amazing. He's the one we're gonna be talking about today. We speak about mushrooms. We speak about the spiritual evil. We speak about UFOs a lot about UFOs.
And that brings me back to the aliens.
If you are into UFOs, you don't want to miss this. Pretty interesting. So we have politics, we have climate change, the usual as well, and of course fighting and all of the usual stuff. So pretty interesting and cool week. Don't forget to stay at the end so you can check out the quote of the week. And don't forget to follow me, like me if you want, and share if you have friends. You know, I understand that sometimes you have this kind of FOMO feeling because even though if you don't like fighting, you miss the MMA shows, for example. But during those MMA shows, they speak about UFOs as well, which you love. So it's like, fuck, you see the clip on YouTube and you're like, shit, you know. So I understand that feeling, so that's why I'm here. I'm gonna let you know if it's worth it or not, depending on what you like. And yeah, again, like me, share me, and subscribe. Let's get right to it. So let's start with the interview with Duncan Trussell. Always when Duncan is around, he's fucking amazing. This guy is so insightful, and so he's a Buddhist. So he's a very spiritual, and it's just fucking, it's really, every time Duncan Trussell comes on, I learn a shit ton of stuff about everything. And yeah, it changes kind of the perspective in life 1% at a time. It's pretty cool. I love it when Duncan Trussell comes along. He's awesome. So in this case, we speak, of course, you know, they love conspiracy, the military-industrial complex. How does that have to do with the Ukraine war, of course? Then we talk about UFOs a lot. We keep jumping. We go UFOs, we change subject, then UFOs again, and we end even one of the last subjects, maybe the last one even, is about UFOs as well. So then we speak about evil. And they talk about Hitler and leaders, and actually how can mushroom change the perspective of leaders and turn them into nice people. And they show, they speak about how spiritual evil works, and super cool. Then climate change as well, of course, a little bit. I don't know. Everything is fucking awesome. Every minute of this interview, I recommend 100%. I give it 4.5 nuts. It's really amazing, and that's why it's gonna be timestamp. So yeah, Duncan Trussell, don't miss it. Check it out. So, and now we go to the interview with Mike Perry, the bare knuckle fighter. They start talking exactly about that, about how different it is to bare knuckle fight against MMA. He used to be in the UFC, so he spoke. It's very interesting if you like fighting and if you fight yourself. It's very interesting perspective because he says, well, you know, the fist is smaller than the glove, so the defense has to be tighter, everything has to be tighter, and also you have to learn to punch properly because a wrong punch can break your hand. You're basically fucked for the rest of the fight. So, and of course injured. So pretty interesting perspective. They talk about many parts of fighting itself. They even speak about slapping. They speak about this kind of new trend of slapping. They speak about Lethwei, which is an martial arts out of Myanmar, Burma. I never can remember which one is the old one and the new one, but I guess you know which country I'm talking about. Headbutts are included. So they include headbutts in the combos. Pretty cool and interesting. I was looking some videos about it. It's pretty nice. And they speak about UFOs as well. Fucking Joe Rogan is in every interview of this week, and in the past weeks as well.
And that brings me back to the aliens.
UFOs has been mentioned at least once. I mean, I understand it's a lot of things going on right now, so it's very exciting. Don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, holy fuck, something is like, it's hot. It's a hot topic right now. pretty cool. So yeah, I give it 3.5 knots. If you like fighting, you're gonna enjoy it a lot more, especially because they talk about fighting topics that they almost never mention, like bare knuckle, lethway, and slapping, and all this kind of stuff. So yeah, it's also a short interview. I think it's 1.5, maybe not even 2 hours, 1 hour 50 or something like this. So yeah, it's pretty nice. 3.5 knots. So, and now with the interview with Gabriel Iglesias. I love Gabriel Iglesias. He's one of my favorite stand-up comedians. He's hilarious, super innocent jokes, kind of. He never curses and stuff, but it's pretty funny. So he just did a stadium show, 1,000, I don't know how many thousands of people. So they spoke about that, about his beginnings and how he became a stadium size performer. And they speak about muscle cars as well a lot. They both like cars, and Gabriel Iglesias, he collects vans, so like VW vans. So it's pretty nice. They speak about UFOs as well, obviously,
And that brings me back to the aliens.
and about losing weight, how he's been struggling with losing weight, and they talk about nutrition a little bit. It's a pretty cool interview. It's funny. It's super light. I guess would be only my guess. I guess that Gabriel and Joe, or Gabriel told Joe, please, to keep things kind of non-controversial, because he's still like, he lives in LA and he's still loved and accepted in the lefty club. So that would be only my guess. Okay, I'm just talking out of my ass. I'm just assuming, but it would make sense that they kind of, when like Gabriel went, dude, how about we keep it, non-controversial, so I don't get in deep shit and get canceled, because it's not canceled yet. So yeah, maybe not, who knows, but it's still funny, a funny light interview. It's cool. I give it 3.5 knots. It's pretty cool. So yeah, I hope you enjoy it. So now let's do the timestamps of the amazing interview with Duncan Trussell. This guy, every time he comes, is amazing. And they also, every time they come, they're dressed as something different. That the last time they were dressed like the plague. I did that. They did an episode of that one. And this time they dressed as furries. So Joe was a wolf and Duncan was, I think, a panther. I don't know, I guess. And they spoke for like 30 seconds, and there these things before they had to take it off, and they were saying how they fucking admire Goofy and Pluto and all these people dressed like that for hours under the sun, which, yeah, I can understand. It must be fucking crazy. So they start talking about fetishes, about these furry fetishes that's been going on. There's a king for everyone right now. Then they move to the military industrial complex, and then they speak about dogs, and Joe mentions that Marshal is the coolest dog in the world. I have to disagree with you, because Logan here, he's the coolest dog in the world. And yeah, I mean, I guess every dog deserves to be the coolest dog in the world, because for them, we are the coolest human in the world. So if you do have a dog, treat him like the best dog in the world, because he is. Your dog is the best dog in the world. They moved to talk about war, the Ukraine war, and of course, conspiracies and things that going on, news, a lot of news, but shit is going on over there, so all the time. They moved to generational wealth, and they talk about Canada and what the fuck has been going on in Canada, and like crazy shit. Psychedelics, of course, they never miss it, and removing money from politics as well, and talking about a lot of evil leaders, and they put clips of Hitler like rocking, and like that guy had been doing speeches while he was like crazy high, and that energy and that I don't know, crazy, crazy guy, that motherfucker. And they talk about climate change and the political sides, Trump and the left as well, Biden, of course. And they finish with,
And that brings me back to the aliens.
UFOs, obviously. So pretty cool shit. A lot of religion inside stuff, as usual, since Duncan is a Buddhist, afterlife, and all this. It's pretty nice. It's a pretty cool interview. They definitely 4.5 not worth it. Definitely 100%. If you just have time for one interview this week, check this one out. Duncan Trussell. So, and that is a wrap for another JRE in a nutshell. Thank you everybody for sticking with me, for having patience, for checking the episode. I hope you like it. Please comment if you don't, or even if you do, you can comment something positive. But if not, I accept positive criticism. Always looking to improve. and it's something you don't like, please let me know. Also, don't forget to subscribe, to like, and to share if you have friends. I think this is fucking useful. The only reason why I think that is because if there was somebody else doing it, I wouldn't do it. I would just watch it, because this is my fucking problem, that I don't want to miss interesting stuff, because some stuff are boring as fuck, some stuff are like enlightening as fuck. So yeah, that's the fucking balance. So yeah, if nobody's doing it, then I have to do it. But please shout out to the people so they all find out that this product exists, and they can save lots and lots and lots of time. And yeah, so don't forget to stay for the clip of the week, and I hope I see you next week. Cheers.
In the fucking Bible, I always was confused, like, what's this worshiping false idol shit? Because it just seemed odd. I was like, why the fuck does God give a shit about that? It created the universe, so what? They're like throwing flowers at a cow. Who fucking cares? But now in my old age, I get it, because it's obviously, it's representing, don't let anybody trick you into thinking that they're God. Don't let anybody trick you into thinking that they are some, whatever the fuck it is. Don't let a middleman tell you that he's got a direct line to the divine that you don't have. Because whatever that may be, whether it's literally God, whether it's some access to some world of scientific information that you're too dumb to understand, whatever it may be, don't fall prey. Don't succumb to that level of manipulation. And the best way to do that is to look for the truth.